Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's first video. Going to have a look at the weather next 10 to 14 days for today's first video. So day 10 will take us to around the 11th of March. We'll be able to extend out beyond that. We extended GFS and ECM ensembles. May run to around a couple of weeks. Going to have a look at CFSV2 at the end of video next 4 weeks. That'll cover pretty much the whole of March. Now, talking of March, Terry Scully's March forecast is going to be released later on, as well as his spring forecast as well. I'm going to do a little video with that forecast for you. So of course, we post the written post to GWV.com, but I thought, why not do a video as well with Terry's forecast? So that'll be coming up this evening, new feature to Gab's Weather Vids. If you enjoy the content on my channel, please subscribe, click like, and tell your friends about Gab's Weather Vids. Drop a comment on our video and tell us what you think. Thank you so much for doing that. If you click the bell, you'll be notified by YouTube when we release our videos and live stream. Right, so we'll begin with the central temperature. Then the CET is in for February, the CET page at GWVlinks.com. So for February 2021, we're coming out at 5.1, which is a little bit above the 81 to 2010 average. 81 to 2010 average for February is 4.4, quite significantly above 61 to 90, the old and cold temperature averages. But first time February has come in the 5s, interestingly, since 2008. Have to go back 2008 for the last time February had a 5 Celsius finish. That one just there at 5.4. Since then, we've had 4, 2, 6, 3, 3, 6, 4, 4, 6, 2, 6 and 6. So it's been a while since I had a February CT in the 5s, and there we go, 5.1. And then of course we had January at 3.1, and we had December 2020 at 5.0. Not too far from average at all for the central England temperature. In terms of 81 to 1990. Right, so that's how February finished up. Let's look ahead. This is how the GFS upper air temperature and ensembles are looking for next couple of weeks. We're at Coventry today. Red line is a 30-year upper air temperature average for Coventry. We're starting off significantly above average with the upper air temperatures at the moment. It's mild by day when the sun's out, but at night it is quite cold. Temperature going to slide away to the end of the week, going to become cold at the end of the week. There could be some quite significant night frost. And then generally staying quite cool, really, as we go through the first week and into the second week of March. Overall, a little bit on the cool of an average side. Maybe a bit of a warming trend right at the very end. Precipitation-wise, a lot of dry weather over the next few days. It does turn wetter briefly around Wednesday, Thursday. That's as cold air will start digging in from the north. Then goes very dry again. Into the second week of March up to the middle of the month, quite a bit more unsettled then, with a spell of low pressure dominated weather from off the Atlantic. Temperature anomalies on the 1st to the 9th of March, going to be a little bit cooler than average. Precipitation anomalies from the 1st to the 9th of March, going to be drier than average. Latest wind flow map from earthnullschool.net shows that we're under an area of high pressure at the moment. So yeah, having an inversion, mild by day in the early March, sunshine, cooler at night. That's how the UK Met looks for Thursday. Got a bit of a trough down across the south. Could bring some showery rain to the south midweek. High pressures pushing up towards Greenland and Iceland. That pulls in colder winds from the east as we get through to Friday. Still with high pressure dominating, but these east winds might deliver some wintry showers to eastern coastal areas. And then the high pressure sort of sinks down over country through the weekend, turning us mainly dry. And eventually start to introduce something milder from the Atlantic into many parts of the country by Sunday. Could be some quite sharp night frost though, especially on Friday night and into Saturday. That's how the GFS 6 day is looking. Again, high pressure up towards Greenland and Iceland on Thursday. Winds are coming in from quite a cold east-northeast direction. Could be some wintry showers into eastern parts of the country on Friday when the high pressure sinks down over the country, cuts off at EC, turns us mainly dry and fine under that ridge. Over the weekend, the high pressure gradually declining to the south, lower pressure to the north, northwest, bringing wet and windy weather in from off the Atlantic Ocean through the course of next week. So we're running up towards day 10 and turning very unsettled with quite a deep area of low pressure from off the Atlantic. Could bring some strong to gale force winds and bouts of rain too. That's day 10, rather unsettled with a strong westerly flow, showers on spells of rain, and then running up to the extended range. Heights are trying to rise to the northeast again, but we're generally staying on the mild side of the ridge up to into second half of March. We're still drawing up the air from a southwesterly direction. So briefly very unsettled, and then we're going back towards higher pressure, I think, around mid-month. Watch out for the Scandinavian high, maybe to get going again, but of course this is right at the very extended range. GM looks like that. High pressures up towards Iceland on Thursday. Winds are in from an east-northeast direction. Then into weekend, high pressure sinks down over country. Keeps us mainly dry. Early next week, it's going to start turning more unsettled with low pressure coming in off the Atlantic. Rather cool as well. Even quite cold up in the north, and unsettled with low pressure and bouts of rain. And for the northern half of the country, there would be some sleet or snow on the northern side of those areas of low pressure. Cold and unsettled by day, temperature GM. ECMWF looks like that. Again, a lot of dry weather in the northern half of the country on Thursday. A little bit of a trough down south. Could be some showery rain through there. Then we introduce that colder push from the east and from the northeast on Friday. Into the weekend, high pressure sinks down over country, turns mainly dry, begin to get a bit milder by Sunday in the north. Into the early part of next week, it's much more unsettled. Low pressure pushing in from off the Atlantic, bringing bouts of rain. And again, quite cold. This is what's called cold zonality. The low pressure pushes through, and winds turn to the northwest or even to the north. So by day 10, looking unsettled and quite cold with the ECM. Precipitation type forecast based on that ECM run from tometeo.com shows a lot of dry weather through the next few days, but around Thursday there will be some showery rain focused on England and Wales. Then it turns dry and cold on Friday and into the weekend. Later in the weekend, spells of rain coming into the north-northwest, those spreading southwards and eastwards early next week, so into a much more unsettled spell. There is a suggestion of a little bit of snow in with some of this as well, so it is quite a cold air mass that will be in next week with this unsettled weather. And heading up towards day 10, staying quite chilly and unsettled with further showers on spells of rain. It could be a little bit wintry over high ground. Let's have a CFSV2. So we can't show you options on the table in the ECM ensemble today. Unfortunately, they haven't updated up the Icelandic Met Office. So last thing, we'll show you CFSV2. These are 500 millibar heights breaking down into week periods. The first week period takes from the 1st to the 7th of March. The coming week will be dominated by high pressure. Starting off quite mild, becoming a little bit colder by the end of the week. Week 2 looks a bit more unsettled. This is the 8th to the 14th of March. High pressure slipping southwards. Low pressure strengthening to our northwest. Winds are in from a westerly direction. So turning more unsettled, especially so for the north. Week 3 brings the high pressure back. This is the 15th to 21st of March. We're back under the ridge. Again, lower pressure being pushed off up to the north along with the jet stream. And then week 4 actually takes high pressure a bit further north. This is 22nd, 28th of March, almost going back towards the Scandinavian high and turning wind into the east. That could start to bring colder air in from the east. Of course, we're late March now, so we will struggle to get anything really cold in from the east. But occasionally, right at the end of March into early April, you know, Scandinavia is still cold enough to get, you know, appreciable levels of cold weather in from the east. So we'd have to wait and see about that. It is almost far enough north, that ridge, to be pulling in like a northeasterly wind. A lot of high pressure influences there with CFSV2, but week 2 does look a little bit more unsettled. Right, that's it. If you enjoyed the video, please can you smash the like button. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. You'll be able to see future weather content if you do that. Tell your friends and family to subscribe as well. We are trying to get ourselves to 11k subscribers. Drop a comment. Let us know what you think. Click the bell and you'll be notified when we release our videos every day to Gaz Weathervids. Right, that's it. They'll be back later on with the new video that I'm going to try out for Terry Scully's March and also spring forecast. So have a look at that a little bit later on. It'll be up this evening. For this one, that's all for now. And thanks for watching.